Okay, here we go. Welcome to session 1 of Back to the Basics Bootcamp. And I am so excited to share this first phase of our training with you. So welcome. I am Sales Director Christy Mathry, going on my 19th year of building a Mary Kay business. So I am hoping to impose some wisdom and also just help you as we navigate this new world a little bit that we're living in. This is a power-packed training, and it's going to definitely generate some results if you put it into practice. So I feel like we are in a time where things have shifted, and when faced with change like we have in the last few years, the only option is to pivot. So one thing I know to be true is that in life, there is change and it's constant. So I just want you to thrive as you move forward in your business, and I want to give you some strategies that will help you as you build your business. So I'm sure you've heard, just do it, you've got this, you can do it. But part of you is probably thinking, what am I supposed to do? So this boot camp is going to give you specific things that you can do and move forward. So I know some of these things are what truly moved me forward in my business, and some are new ideas and some things that I've gained from girlfriends in this business who have used them and that have worked as well. So I'm going to give you lots of different options, and you will be able to pick and choose some of the things that you feel comfortable with. And as I'm known for saying, if you throw enough mud, something is going to stick. So let's move forward and get started with Back to the Basics Bootcamp Session 1. So I'm just going to kind of give you an overview of what the boot camps are going to focus on, and then let you know specifically what this session will include. So there is motivation and vision. So the secret to keeping motivated, to be excited, to inspire you to work your business every day so that you infinitely are more successful in less time. The second thing we're going to focus on is lead generation. How to generate an unlimited amount of leads so that you never run out. You'll learn in-person strategies, but also online strategies that really do work. Then we are going to talk about booking appointments, how to get people to book, to try your products in person or online without being pushy or abrasive. And I feel like if you're worried about being pushy, you're probably not going to be pushy. Because pushy people, I feel like, don't know that they're pushy. Then we'll focus on selling and closing, the secrets to selling and closing exponentially, even more sales online, by phone, in person, whatever your venue is. Even if you are bad at sales or have never been in sales, prior to Mary Kay, I had never sold anything, not even a Girl Scout cookie. Or even if you're someone who's just really introverted. And then finally, recruiting. Recruit new consultants in person and online, and easily with just a few powerful scripts and some simple strategies. So those are going to be our focus in bootcamp. Today, specifically in this video, we're going to talk about motivation and vision, and then lead generation. I'm going to spend a good chunk of time on lead generation because I feel like in order to book, to hold appointments, you first need people, you need leads. So we're going to spend a good chunk of time doing that as well. And then I will have some additional resources for you that I'll show you how to get, or if you need me to send them to you, you can message me and I can email them or text them directly to you. So let's start with motivation and vision. You first need to believe in your vision and do whatever it takes to make your vision turn into a reality. So I'm going to give you a series of questions. So if you don't have a notebook, grab a piece of paper, a notebook, and be ready just to take notes throughout this class. So if you want to pause your video and go run and get a notebook, I always teach my new consultants it's great to have a 3-subject spiral notebook, because the front is just a daily to-do list, like a brain dump, a place where you can just take everything that's floating around up here and get it down on a piece of paper. And then the second subject of that 3-subject notebook is a place for you to have all of your leads. We're going to talk about lead generation, but also just when names are in your head, where do you put those? Where do you constantly have lists going of people you've never facialed before, people you've never had as a hostess, people you've never sent a pampering packet to, people you've never sat down with a cup of coffee and talked about the Mary Kay opportunity with, people you've never sent a survey to. Like, I always had all these lists, and then I would move people from list to list. So once I facialed them, then I moved them to be the hostess list. And then once they had been a hostess, I moved them over to have a cup of coffee and, listen to some Mary Kay facts. Like, I was always moving them from one list to the next. So do you have a place to put those? And then the last subject of that 3-subject notebook is just a place for you to have all of your notes when you're listening to a Mary Kay event or you're watching a video. So grab a notebook. And we're gonna start with motivation and vision. So I'm gonna give you some of these questions that you can write down. And then what I want you to do later is to just go to a quiet place, whether that's in your car, whether that is, early in the morning before everyone wakes up at your house. Find time and carve out time in the next 72 hours, because I always grew up in Mary Kay hearing that if you learn a new idea and you do not implement it in 72 hours, 1 year from now, you probably are going to be in the exact same place that you were. And you want to implement these activities so that you can make change and have growth in your business. So the first question that I want you to write down and then answer when you've scheduled some time, when it's quiet and you can focus, is what is your wildest dream come true for your business in the next 5 years? So I don't know if for you that's earning a Mary Kay car, if it's paying off debt, if it is becoming a sales director, if it's sending your family on a trip together to go to Disney. Like, what is your 5-year goal for your business? The second one is, what do you currently want to achieve in the next 1 year in your business? So 1 year from now, where do you want to be in your business? Is it our court of sales? Is it the queen of our unit? Is it most improved? I know 1 year, the year we had the most growth was the year that I wanted to double everything that I had done the year before. Double the number of people on my team, double the amount of sales, double, everything. I just wanted to double. So I had to know where my numbers were and then what they needed to be to do that. So what do you want to have happen in the next 1 year? Number 3, to reach your goal, what 3 things must you do every single day, and what 3 things must you avoid every single day? When I first started Mary Kay, I can tell you, I know one thing that I stopped doing, I stopped watching the news. It was just distracting. It was how I started my day. Every single morning as I was getting ready, I would listen to the news. And so I made a conscious decision to turn that off. It was creating stress. It wasn't benefiting me in that day. And so I chose to, find my news other ways quickly and read that, as opposed to listening to someone feed me drama essentially every single day. I also started to watch less TV. Now, hear me. I'm a TV girl. There are shows that I look forward to and that my husband and I watch together. But for me specifically, when I was earning my first car and becoming a sales director, I had appointment times, like times where I scheduled as if I was going to the doctor or, the dentist, like in my calendar, where I was in my office booking appointments, where I was going through my leads and I was making contacts, and I had an hour and a half Sunday nights, and I would not give myself any rewards until that was done. So for me, that was booking every, Sunday and following up with my customers. I was teaching full time. I had a toddler and a newborn, and that's what I did. I booked appointments and followed up with my customers. And so that was scheduled. And when I did that, when I finished that time frame, that hour and a half, I would reward myself with some microwave popcorn and Diet Pepsi and a show. That was my reward. So think of 3 things that you need to do every single day and 3 things that you need to stop doing. So maybe it is TV or scrolling social media mindlessly. I'm going to teach you how to use it to help you in your business. So stay tuned. That will be towards the end of this video. But for sure, what should you be doing? If you've been in Mary Kay, even a short or a long time, you probably know the ins and outs, and you'll learn those especially in this training as well, what you should be doing. So if you're not sure, ask me or come back to that. But if you know our unit, we talk about faces, doing faces, selling the product, career talks. So those are probably things that you should be doing, and you probably know what distracts you and keeps you from working your business. And those are the things you shouldn't be doing. Okay, let's go to the next question that I want to ask you, or that I want you to think about and answer when you've got some quiet time. When I have reached my goal, where will I be standing? Like, do you picture yourself? Close your eyes. Where will you be when you reach your goal? Where will you be standing? Who will I be with? So it's like a whole vision that I want you to have when you've reached your goal. Who will you celebrate with? Where will you be standing? And what will they be saying to you that would just fill your heart? Will they be congratulating you and hugging you? And where will you be when all of these happen? And finally, how will you feel? So I want you to create this vision of what will happen, because it's something that when you're frustrated and when you feel like it's not going well, you have someone who says, quit texting me, or I don't want to buy anything, or that mascara seemed goopy. Like, there are going to be things that happen. That's just natural. We all have stories where, things weren't peachy and pretty. And so when that happens, you can have a quick moment, a teeny tiny little pity party, but then we need to go into our space that we've created, where this beautiful vision of what it will feel like when we get to that point, when we've reached our goal, what that will feel like. And then that is what's going to pull us through and get us out of those yucky feelings into our shining moments again. So it's so important to have vision and to visit that vision daily so that you can stay motivated. I know for me, my mornings, a quiet time is crucial. To set an alarm to be up before my family so that I can get that cup of coffee. I can sit down. I personally have a notebook where I just write 10 things every morning that I'm thankful for. That is a way for me to be grateful, to start in a good headspace. And when you speak things, when you write them, when you give credit to what's happening in your life, the things that you can be thankful for, do you know what happens? Throughout the day, you start to look for those things that you can write down on your list, and you start to see things that we have that you are grateful for. And so I start every morning with that. I have the Bible app on my phone, so I'm usually doing a study through there, or I'm reading a book that is, helping me to guide me through a quiet time. Sometimes it's a book that will help me in my business, but after I've done my Bible reading, then I'm usually reading some kind of book that will better me as a person, as a human, as a businesswoman. And so I would just encourage you to take some time to do that. The book I read that got me in this zone is called The Miracle Morning. You can get it on Amazon. I should have grabbed it. I think I have it sitting over there, but it's called The Miracle Morning. And it just gives you some steps of things that you can do every morning to start your day off, to move your body for 30 minutes, to have that visualization time. I have specific pictures of my family, of my goals that I want to reach, and I have those all printed out in the front of my planner so that I can look at those every single morning and visit that vision to keep me motivated. Okay, now we are going to move and shift gears a little bit and talk about our time, because time is the biggest killer of our dreams. And so if you need more time to get everything done, here are some ideas of things. And you might laugh at some of these ideas, but what I want you to do is I would just want you to shift your thinking so that you can see where there are pockets of time so that you can get more things done. Okay, so first of all, we already talked about this, and it is turn off the TV. I know specifically that's just how I got where I am today as a sales director, getting ready to qualify for my 10th Mary Kay car. I just turned off the things that were distracting and spent more pockets of time touching my business. So for example, take your cell phone with you if you're running into the laundry room and you're switching over the laundry, or you're running into the bathroom, and hide in there and send 10 messages, 10 contacts to book or to follow up with your customers. If you're at a family gathering, this is classic. If you have a large family, there's probably always things where you're gathering for birthdays, for picnics, for, anniversaries. Like, there's just always a reason that your family's getting together. And instead of not going, go, but sneak off into the bathroom and send 10 messages. It can be done by copying and pasting and having some of your scripts saved in the notes of your phone. So if you do not use the notes portion of your phone, it's a place where I have so many scripts for different things, scripts that I'm going to share with you, that you can just go and send some direct messages through Facebook or via text, and just use those little pockets of time. Same if you're going out to dinner with friends. If it's going to be a long, drawn out dinner, if you just excuse yourself to go to the bathroom while you're in there, just send 10 messages. Where are the little pockets of time that you can work? Also, say no when someone asks you to join a club that you don't want to join. No when there's something that doesn't benefit you and your family, because believe it or not, no is a complete sentence. No frees you up to work your business and achieve your dreams. You do not have to say yes to everything and to be on every single committee. I know for me in my kids' school, there were specific things that I loved doing that I signed up for. I loved working the walkathon. I loved sitting at a table and keeping track every year of how many laps the kids walked while I drank my coffee and music was playing and I was sitting with another mom and I could cheer those kids on. I loved doing that. I also loved baking desserts for our annual pork chop dinner. And I also love Teacher Appreciation Week and signing up one day to bring in ingredients or part of a meal. Those were the things that I loved, but I didn't sign up for every single thing. I just picked the 3 that I loved and I really put my heart and soul into them. But I said no to certain things. So just think about that. Are you a person who says yes to everything and now you haven't allowed yourself time to work to provide for your family? You can also text while you're at the gym. Are you a person that goes to a gym and you get on a treadmill or an elliptical and you watch a show? Could you work your business and send your messages while you're at the gym, while you're waiting for the doctor? Okay, when you have kids, I have 4 kids, and there are a lot of appointments that we are running to. And so what do you do when you're sitting in the waiting room? How could you be more productive? And I feel like when all of these things are happening and you have these pockets of time, you need to also have a list of people who you need to be responding with. And so using that notebook that I talked about, that 3-subject notebook, that's my dog. We're probably getting an Amazon delivery. She'll stop soon. So making sure that you have a list to work from, but so that when you have these pockets of time, you now can pull from that list and contact them. Could you send some texts while you're brushing your teeth? Respond to those messages that had popped up, or while you're blow drying your hair. For me, there's times when I'm so tempted just to scroll Instagram while I'm blow drying my hair, but could I send a few messages while I'm sitting there? How about when someone else is driving you in the car? Do you ever ride with your husband or your mom or your sister, and you have a long drive, or even just like a 15 to 20 minute ride? Can you sit and copy quickly and paste in those messages and send out 10 to people while you're getting a pedicure? Or how about this one? Have you ever thought, I am slammed, Christy, from the moment I wake up until past 9 when I know it's inappropriate to respond and text people? Did you know you could put your phone in airplane mode and you can send all of your texts? It could be midnight. It could be 1 o'clock in the morning if you're one of those people who is a night owl, and you can send all of those messages at midnight, go to sleep, and then in the morning when you take your phone off airplane mode, it will automatically send those messages for you. You might have to, depending on what kind of phone you have, you might have to go in and hit send, but you already did all of the work of following up with your customers, sending out a reminder about the catalog, asking, for sending out pampering packets. You could have done all of that work late at night, and then in the morning, take your phone off airplane mode and send those messages. The thing I want you to know is that any downtime that you have can be income time. Downtime equals income time. That's what I want you to tell yourself. Write it on a big note, Post-it note, or a card, and put it in front of you. Save it as your screensaver. Downtime equals income time. And use your texting, your DMing, and just work your business like your life depends on it. Because it can change your family's life if you work it correctly. And so I love this because my family really doesn't see me working. They don't really see how much I'm working because I'm doing it in these small little pockets of time where no one's really noticing. And so if you get out there and you hustle, you can change your life. Just don't overthink it. Just think, I'm gonna hustle and I'm gonna work when I can. Okay, so the next thing we're going to jump into is leads, is getting leads. But a reminder that you can think about, sorry, I was hearing kids, every day that you can remember is, how would I behave if I was the best in the world at what I do? Like, how would that look? How would I behave? What would I say? What would I do if I was the best in the world at what I do? Because I think if we act like we think we should, if we were the best person in the world, then we would work a whole lot differently. So be that person every single day. Just show up as if you were already the best person at what you do. Okay, so a little homework. I'm gonna give you a little to do in here between now and when we move on next to leads, is first to complete that vision statement, those list of questions that I gave you at the start of this. And if you'd like to post that in our Facebook group, awesome. You could go into our Tuesday Night Live training group for some accountability. And if you want to write up a fun little paragraph and post it so that people are seeing what you want to accomplish in 1 year and in 5 years, what you're going to do every day and what you're not going to do every single day. If you want to create that vision and post it, that would be awesome. I would love to see that. Share that with our community. And also set a daily schedule of when you can be messaging people and building your business. Set hours so that you can do this every single day, even if it's just in 15-minute increments. But set them into your schedule so that they're non-negotiable. Set a timer in your phone if that is better for you. And then I'm posting this page on our Tuesday Night Live Facebook group so that you have the Network Marketers daily social media game plan, something that you can work on every single day during those 15-minute increments of time to work. If you are not part of our Tuesday Night Live page, you can message me and I can text you this, but it's basically ways that you can be loud on social media, things that you can do every day to up your social media game. I'm just going to read some of these to you. But again, I can text you this image if you don't want to write all of them down. So pick 5 ways that you can be loud on social media every day, whether that's posting a short video, taking off your eye makeup with your eye makeup remover on the cotton rounds and showing it. Like, that's a cool way to just get some like engagement. People are like, what is that? What are you using? So that could be an Instagram story or going live on your page just for a really short video featuring one product. Making a YouTube video, maybe that's a makeup tutorial, a social media live, a motivational post, just throw out some kind, positive, affirming words for everyone. A success post, that just might be, posting a picture of a prize that you earned and saying, look at this amazing necklace that I received for working my business. Isn't this gorgeous? And just like a success post without going into too much detail. Just grab their attention and share a success. A family post, you've got to mix your business into your everyday life so that it looks natural and so that people don't just see Mary Kay product, Mary Kay product, Mary Kay product, Mary Kay product, and then they quit watching. Like, you've got to weave it in to keep their attention. A curiosity post. A curiosity post would be grabbing their attention without telling them what it is. They're like asking, what is that? What do you do? Or what is that product? Like some kind of curiosity post that gets people commenting and asking you for more information. And then post your stories. I think you should be on your stories, whether that's Facebook stories or Instagram stories. You can actually merge them. Like, I posted my Instagram stories every day and they automatically link to my Facebook stories. And so you should be really putting at least 5 stories every day to grab people's attention. From what I've noticed through social media these last years, in these last couple of years, people are watching stories way more than they are looking at posts. So those are grabbing people's attention, that and live videos. Okay, then adding 5 friends a day that are new, people who are active on social media, who have a great following, who you enjoy their content, that you would love to have as customers. Find 5 new friends a day and add them, like them, add them as your friend, and then connect. So it's one thing to add them as your friend. Now you're going to go like 2 of their posts. You're going to comment on 2 of their posts. You're going to comment on 2 of their stories. You're going to like 2 of their stories. Now you're probably not going to do all of that in one day, but like each day you're going to find a post to like, then the next day a story to like, and then a picture to comment on. You're engaging with them so that you can connect and build a relationship with them, so that now they're following you and they're seeing your content and they're seeing your family and they're seeing your success posts, and now you're grabbing their attention when you're posting a new lip look or how amazing your instant puffiness eye reducer is when you do a before and after picture. You're grabbing their attention, but it's because you built a relationship and connected with them first. Next, book 3 people for your product presentation daily. So that might be booking 3 people to send a pampering packet to. I messaged some of my Facebook friends and customers this last week and talked about how I'm pampering women in the month of July, and I would love to get their feedback, and sent out, I think, 8 pampering packets on Friday and customized those for them, whether they wanted skincare or glamour. And I sent those out to them. And so now we're following up, and they're going to watch my YouTube tutorial video and follow the steps. And then I'm going to follow up with them to get their feedback and see what they think and hopefully sell some product. Ask 3 people to take a look at your opportunity daily. So sharing the Mary Kay opportunity, we have several videos that you can send them and they can watch a short little video, some Mary Kay stories, and then fill out a survey and get their feedback on a scale of 1 to 10, their interest level, what questions they have, what appeals to them most about the business. It's all in that survey, and that's how you're getting feedback. So typically, I'm connecting with people on social media first. We're building a relationship. Now I'm engaged with them. I'm asking them to get a pampering packet or get together with me to do a before and after look in person. And then I'm sending them, once they've purchased the product and I followed up with them, I'm asking them if they want to host their own party. And then I'm sending them the link to listen to the opportunity, usually for 50% off item if they watch, for giving me their feedback. So it's giving them an incentive. Then I'm following up by answering their questions after they watch the video and fill out the survey, thanking them for taking the time and letting them know I'm going to love on them whether they stay my customer or if they join my team. So you're going to follow up and ask 3 people to take a look at your opportunity, and then follow up with 10 people per day from the above list that I just shared. You're following up with all the people that you've been contacting, or who've commented on your video that you posted, or who, liked your story. You're following up. So that's like your social media game plan that you can look at and touch your business every day doing those items. And again, I have this cute handy dandy checklist. I can text that to you so you have an image of it on your phone. I did post it. It will be on our Tuesday Night Live page as well, so you can grab it there. Okay, next I want to share with you some lead generating ideas, okay? And then we'll wrap this up. These are some ways that you can get names. And then on session 2 of our Back to the Basics Bootcamp, session 2, we are going to then talk about what to do with those leads, how to book, how to coach those leads, how to sell to those leads, and then how to also recruit and grow your team. So let's first talk about lead jars. I'm gonna give you lots of different ideas and activities to do. You do not have to do all of them, but I feel like, again, if you throw enough mud, something's going to stick. And when you have a lull in one area, now you have a new area to go and work with. All of these ideas on their own are good-ish. Like, they're okay. There's not one that is going to be the only thing that you can do. If it were this easy, everyone would be Mary Kay sales directors. Everyone would be driving a car. Like, network marketing is a job, and jobs take effort and work, and they take time. And so if you're committed to putting in the time, you'll get out of it what you put into it. So these are ways that you can generate leads, and based on your personality and how you roll, there are going to be some that you're like, I would do that. I would love that. And there's going to be others that you're going to be like, makes me uncomfortable. But again, I think that if you're uncomfortable, then maybe it's stretching us and it's putting us out of our comfort zone where the big things happen. So sometimes it will be tricky. It will be difficult. You don't have to be perfect at it. Like when I'm talking about posting Instagram stories or making a YouTube video or going live on your customer Facebook page, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be real. People are going to connect with you if you're authentic. And you just have to have the desire to start. You just need to start. The successful people are the people who do it scared. They're scared, but they do it anyway. So it's really all about value. What you bring to people, if it's valuable, the longer they're going to follow you, the longer they're going to continue to be your customer, to see you on social media, to follow you. Because when people like you and they know you and they love you, they're going to buy from you. They are going to be hostesses for you. They are going to join your team. So what value can you provide people? And remember I said you just need to kind of weave what you do into your everyday life, it doesn't even have to be all Mary Kay that you're bringing value into their life. Like, what else can you also be known for? Like, are you amazing at meal prep? Like, I plan my week, meal plan, grocery shop, food prep. Like, I love that kind of thing. I also have some awesome like laundry organization tips that I've learned along the way. And so if I'm sharing those on social media, on my Instagram stories, and people are like, oh, that's awesome, they're going to keep coming back to see what other organizational tips maybe I'm sharing. I love plants. If I'm photographing my plants and talking about a new plant that I got, people who love plants are going to follow me, who love gardening, and they're like, oh, her sugar snap peas look amazing. Like, they're going to keep showing up daily to see what value I'm bringing. They're going to keep watching. And then you're going to drip Mary Kay into your stories. You're going to drip your business into your stories. And then they're going to pick up on that as they see the rest of what you're bringing. And those live videos, those stories are going to create conversation. It's then that they're going to show up on your inbox and you're going to say like, I'm so glad you liked that. Did you think that was valuable? Should I keep making videos about my garden? Like, thanks for liking that story. Sometimes I think, is anybody watching? Like, be real, share those things, like create conversation with people. That's how you add people. Also join groups. Like, I went to Owens College orientation, and now I'm part of an Olivet Nazarene Moms Facebook group. I, teach second grade, and so I am on all of these second grade Facebook groups. I just think find things that you're interested in, that you want to learn more about, and join those groups, because now you're connecting with more people, and now you have more people to start talking to, and more people who then start following you on your social media and will find value from what you're bringing. And then when you're dripping in your business, their curiosity is going to be piqued. You can also follow certain hashtags. Use those hashtags. If you use hashtags correctly, like at Instagram, you can see which hashtags have millions, thousands of posts. And if you use those same hashtags, the other people who are searching those hashtags, your posts will show up for them to see as well. Engagement is the key. You cannot just post and pray. You have to engage every single day. That's why that social media checklist will be so beneficial for you. If you commit to doing that every single day, you're going to see your social media grow. I know just for myself, as I was putting together this boot camp and I was learning some of this is a pivot for me as well, learning some new tricks and tips and how to make reels and, all of that. I've slowly seen my social media begin to grow through just the last couple of weeks of implementing some of these tips and tricks. Okay, so let's talk about some of the goodish ways that you can get new leads. One of them is lead jars. Now these are jars. You would take jars just like from the dollar store. Do not spend a lot of money, just a couple dollars. Cute little clear, almost like floral jars and pens and lead slips. And if you need lead slips, they're just slips that say enter to win, name, email, phone number. That's it. And you put a couple fake leads, like with your name and phone number already in the clear jar. And then you have a cute little sign that says like, enter to win a free pampering session. Enter to win a microderm abrasion treatment and makeover, like something that you would want to give, a multi-masking spa experience, whatever you're going to give, whether that is a microderm treatment, a facial with a charcoal mask, a glamour appointment, you're going to put a little sign on your jar. The jar is just this is like a clear jar, and you put the little sign on it, and then they put their slip inside, and you leave these jars in businesses for a week to 2 weeks, not longer than that. Don't forget to put the fake leads in there so it's not empty. There's something about like it calls their name if there's already names in there. But if you want more information on lead jars, this is not my area of expertise, but Michelle Cunningham, if you Google Michelle Cunningham lead jar, she has like a 10 to 11 minute YouTube video that you can watch that has all the information on how to make and use lead jars. Here are some places you can put lead jars. Nail salons, hair salons, dry cleaning stores, tanning salons, smoothie or salad places, like where people eat healthy and take care of themselves. They're more interested in something like this. They would want a treatment of some sort because they care about their body. So salad places, smoothie places, daycares, places where they have play areas for small kids, small mom and pop places, not like big chains, but more little places that women frequent a lot. So that would be where you would put, like at the front desk or by the window, your lead jars. And the magic script is just this. You don't even introduce yourself. Don't say your name. It sounds like salesy. You just come in and say, hey, can I leave this here so people can enter to win? And most people will say, sure, yes. Or, well, what is it for? And if they do ask what it is for, then you just say, oh, we're just giving local women in the community a chance to win a free pampering session this month. So I made up these really cute boxes where they can fill out their name and phone number and enter to win. Is it cool to leave it here? Great. I'll be back in 1 week to check on it. And that's it. It's like breezy, cool and breezy, just easy breezy, you know? Not weird. Just practice it. If you're nervous saying it, just say it over and over again in the car as you drive over. Hey, is it cool if I leave this here for women to enter to win? Easy breezy, okay? So that's the first thing to remember. Now, half of those lead jars may even go missing. Like these are just some snafus. Let's call them blessings. Every experience is a blessing, right? Just know a couple of them might go missing. So that's okay. That's why we're not spending more than a couple of dollars on those glass jars and we're getting them from the dollar store. Because some just might get thrown away. A manager, someone might just take it and get rid of it. Some places may have no leads. If that's the case, just move it to a new location. Michelle talks about having like 20 of these out at a time so that you're going to have success in certain ones. A great lead jar is only going to have 2 to 3 leads that actually book with you. There might be several names in there, but 2 to 3 will be great leads. The rest probably won't respond. Remember, success takes effort. It is not easy. Hard work takes effort. So these are things that take effort that have good-ish results, but it's an option, a way for you to get some new leads. Okay, a second way is to do a before and after portfolio. I love this. I can speak from this because it's what I did. I reached out to my friends, my customers, my Facebook family, and I said, oh my goodness, I am putting together a model portfolio and I'm doing before and after pictures. I would love to borrow your face. Would you love to be a model for my before and after portfolio? I'm just looking for regular women. What eye color do you have? Like I just would just go that route. And you know, we have those color cards that are based on eye color. So I would just say I'm looking for women over 18 to be a model for my before and after portfolio. And you'll receive some free product for helping me out. And that could be discontinued. It could be Section 2 minis that you could give people, but I would give them a treatment. We would do skincare, and then I would do a before picture, and then we would do their makeup, and I would take an after picture. And I loved booking people for before and after photos. Like, I loved it. So that I can speak from because it was my favorite way. Then while I was with those women, we would do referrals. And so I have a form here that says the Fabulous Game. It's also on Tuesday Night Live, that image, so you can print it out or you can text me and I can send it to you. But after we got together after we'd had fun, after she, was feeling good, she knew me, we had connected, then I would play this fabulous game with her, which is just a way for you to get referrals and said, I'm hoping you had fun today. I'm hoping you're, relaxed and you're enjoying yourself. Is there anyone that you can think of that would also be overworked and underpampered that would love to be a part of either the before and after portfolio, whatever you're doing right then, whether it's a spa, pampering party, but it was a way for them to put their name and the name of their friend or family member and their phone number, and then they would get a free gift when they got together. And so it was just a place for you to give them time, 5 minutes of silence. I would always go to the bathroom at this point while they were filling out the referrals. And then I would say, like, if you filled out 10, you would get a half price mascara, or you get a free mascara, like the minis, like the $2 mascaras. And if you filled out the whole sheet, you could give them whatever you offer. I always thought I put my money where my biggest need was, and that was usually bookings or new leads. And so I would offer free product for people to give me those names, and usually about 1 out of 10 would book. And again, Michelle Cunningham has a great video on how to use the Fabulous game, and you can watch that YouTube video also to get more information on it. But to ask for referrals, model portfolios and referrals are how I built my business. Every Sunday night when I was making my calls, we didn't have texting then, 19 years ago. I had to talk to them on the phone. I was leaving messages, sometimes praying people wouldn't answer right away, but I was calling my referrals. That's usually who I was contacting, those names of people who got together with me. And I can still remember saying, hey, you don't know me, this is Christy, but I'm friends with Jill. She gave me your name. She thought you were overworked and underpampered, and we got together to play in some makeup, or we got together to have a spa night, and she thought that you would appreciate some pampering as well, and a gift certificate when you get together with me. So I was just checking to see if that sounds like something you would love to do this week or next. What's your schedule like? That's just what I did. And we're gonna get into more specific scripts when we talk about booking in session 2. Another way that you can generate bookings while you're in person, whether you're on a virtual party, if you're doing a virtual party, you can play the Fabulous game. You still can do that by creating like a Google form. And in the party, you can send the link for the form, and they can click on the form, and you can still be quiet and take 5 minutes during the party to let them right then and there click on the form and fill out the Google Doc. And then you can pull it up during the party and say like, looks like Karen got the most. Karen got all the way to 25. She gets the prize for having the most names, or Jill got to 10, so she gets a mini mascara in her order. I love to use section 2 items, the minis, as the prizes, because especially if it's virtual, then when they order, I'll say in your order. So when they order, I just add those from section 2 to their order, and it doesn't cost me usually anything, or just a couple dollars, and they can be added easily to a CDS order. Another way is a deal or no deal game, and that is having a fan of envelopes, and each envelope has a different deal in it, whether that's a half price item, a free eye makeup remover, whatever it is. And if they say, yes, I want to book a party, I'd like to get together with my girlfriends and do the same thing. In addition to the hostess credit, I'm going to get an extra mystery deal in the envelope. It's like the game. Remember the old game? Was it Howie Mandel? Deal or no deal? You can just take those envelopes. If you want these deal or no deal cards, I can link those for you to put on the envelopes. But it just says deal or no deal. So you'll go around, okay, here we go. It's time. Sarah, deal or no deal? She'll be like, no deal. Okay. Karen, deal or no deal? Yes, deal. She takes the deal. Jill, yes, deal. They take the deal. They open their envelopes, and then they see what they're going to get for free, and you schedule their date to get together for their pampering party. So, and you can offer them different options of kinds of events. I love to do multi-masking parties where we go through skincare, and then we do the charcoal and gel mask. I love to do microderma makeovers where we get together, we still do skincare, but then we use the microdermabrasion, and then we do makeup. We do CC cream and a color card. You can do really anything. Makeup and mimosas. You can do lips and chips, lips and dips. Like ice cream social, whatever the hostess loves. If she's a gatherer, she can put together a theme, and then I would just work around that theme. We would do something fun that way. So those are some ways to generate some leads. And then of course is your social media engagement. Create curiosity with your posts. Post before and afters of things that you've done. Show, like I said, how to apply the brow tint in a short little video. Get curiosity going so that you have people to dialogue with, and then you can start to book people through that as well and sell product. Our biggest goal with a curiosity post is to get people to say, what is that? What are you using? Like if you use microdermabrasion and you're just like, my skin feels so smooth today. I love Wednesdays and weekends. It's my favorite product day. And then people are like, well, what is the product? Like, create curiosity. The best way to get people to see our curiosity post is to end with asking a question. Also, get them to have to answer your question. Create curiosity. One secret to getting tons of engagement online is to keep people curious. Don't give it all away. Like, don't just post a product and tell all about the things that it does every single time, because you're not getting any kind of reason for them to engage with you. Get them to ask about it. That's the way to get people to be curious about your products. Get them asking you, get them coming to you. Reels are a fun way to do that. Quick, short little videos to fun music that grab their attention and get them engaged. And so if you're not sure how to make a reel, how to go live on your Instagram, Google it. Like, it is so easy. The easiest way that I learned how to make a reel was just by messing around with it, just playing with it. Sometimes there were things that I had to Google because I was like, I do not know how to make this music come on from here. How do I use the same audio that everyone keeps using? Like, playing around with it or Googling is a way for you to figure that all out. So if you have any specific questions about any of that, I would love for you to reach out to me and ask me, comment on this video. But my goal for you is to be scared and do it anyway, to step out of your comfort zone, put together some of those lead jars, put together some of those portfolio scripts that I'm going to give you next session, and start reaching out to people. Play the fabulous game when you're with people, whether virtually or in person. Go for the deal or no deal. Create curiosity in your post and make a reel. Like, those are some more of your homework things. So I'm going to stop here because we don't have enough time to jump into our next topic. But I hope that you have a lot of information from this session, from session 1 of Back to the Basics Bootcamp, and that you've got some concrete things that you're going to do before our next session. That you're going to create that vision to keep you motivated, that you're going to take time to play that over every day in your head. You're going to feed yourself so that you can be successful and show up, and that you have a social media plan, and that you have a way to generate leads. Because again, I'm going to say it again, if you throw enough mud, something is going to stick. And when one thing is lagging and not going well, you can go play over here. I think of it like as a sandbox. I don't know why, but like you're playing with a group of friends over here. Like, if you've got a lot of leads to work with, leads coming in, and you've got reason to contact people now, and that's going well, what happens when the leads run out? Well, we need to pivot. We need to go over here, and we now need to look at all the people that we just sold product to and booked, and now we need to follow up, and we need to send them the links for the career surveys, and we need to check in on their products, and we need to we sold them product, but now we need to book them to be a hostess. Like, we're going to move and pivot over here and play in the sand with this group of people. Now that group of people's kind of done. So now we need to go over here. We've got some new team members. So we're going to play with them and we're going to get them rolling and we're going to ask them to watch the boot camp and we're going to make sure that they downloaded the Grade Start app. And, you know, now once they get rolling, we're going to go back to our leads. Like, there's just, if one area seems slow, we're going to pivot and we're going to go to a new area to play, but you have to show up every single day. Again, even if it's only 15-minute increments, we have to touch our business every single day, and we have to work in those pockets of time so that when we have some downtime, it equals income because we're putting in that time. So thank you for watching. I hope that you have a long to-do list and that you work through that and you be brave and you step out of your comfort zone and you show up every single day. I will see you again soon for session number 2. Thanks, guys.